What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, we should discuss, or I'm planning on discussing, biggest surprise players. When I picked them up, I made the grab, I completed the SBC, my expectations were not that high. Skyscraper. But if you'd like to see me talk biggest disappointments, we have another category. Put that down below. Drop a like to the video. We'll talk about that dip. The reverse of this scenario in this situation. I'm not gonna hold you up. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, please, and thank you. It helps out everything we got going. We have been pushing that agenda, that narrative. We're not far off 300,000 subscribers. Criteria: unexpected top performers. These are my opinions, and please comment yours because I'm leaving off a lot of players. These are guys that come to mind. I got that recency bias. I've been using them constantly, or I'm seeing them in rotations, and I'm saying, wow, they over-delivered. They over-promised. This was a quality exchange. Return of investment. Yes, run it up. And Babu. And you might say, Mike, come on. We knew he was going to be kind of special. You didn't know he was going to be this good. This guy is the ramen noodle to my college life. Golden ticket to success. You want to improve your defending? Buy him Babu. I recommend playing him as a center back as opposed to being a fullback. He is unstoppable. Matchups, he wins those. You are never in a better priority position versus Mbabu. Impressed would be an understatement, and that's why it was a bit of a surprise. Did I have an expectation that he was gonna be usable, viable, someone you should put into rotations or give him a chance in your squad in the Bundesliga? For sure. But he has surpassed and outclassed and been an absolute tank holding down that back line. This is the last portion of the defense, and you're not getting by him. An absolute wall. And some of the quickest recovery speed you can imagine for defenders. It's terrifying. Bernadeschi. Transparently, I wanted to use him, but my initial thought process, I didn't think he was gonna stay in the squad long. I put him into the starting 11. I said, cool, he's got 5-star this and 5-star that. I can work, I think, with someone that has these types of characteristics. But did he over-deliver? Did he over-deliver? Think of some of the goals that I've scored with Bernadeschi. You've been watching the previous videos. You came by the live stream. He gives you every cancellation you could ask for. He's snatching souls. Grim Reaper versus my oppositions. He's causing the broken controllers. You did not anticipate. I did not anticipate. But I'm okay with it. I'm happy about it. Speaking on the same notion, Gunter. I was even hesitant to use him. Thought the stats were going to be fraudulent, fake activity, fake news. Read all about it. That was not the case. Also, similar to Mbabu, I recommend Gunter as a center back, not as a fullback. He wouldn't be a detriment. The same with Mbabu in that comparison as well. Mbabu can play as a fullback, Gunter can play as a fullback, but you are going to maximize body type, the way that they move, the strength, and just the assets of statistical allocation that they have assembled or been provided better as a center back. And I'm all about you reaching your potential. That's what you're going to do with these two. Diada. This man needs a horse tranquilizer to be stopped, to be slowed down. Dynamic, disgusting filth. He is going to destroy your apartment. Whether you use him as a super sub or a starter, I'm seeing him in rotation in so many different pro squads, which kind of confirms we're talking about big surprises. Players that are out here being extra dynamic and prolific. Not the most expensive, pretty good value pickup in all honesty. If you could slide him into a team, if you have a squad that he assembles well with, makes me think Power Rangers. You're gonna transform, bringing back my childhood memories. Diada is a beast. I'm not sure that he's human. At best, we're talking one of those transformations late at night. The moon comes out, we got werewolf Diada, and after the 70th minute, he is faster than everyone. Frankly speaking, he's actually faster than everyone at the beginning of the match as well, but you see that degree of separation. We're not talking about deodorant. That is a reference towards degree deodorant, not sponsored in this video. Kappa. No cap, lots of cap. We used that reference previously. He's been included in multiple videos. This is a foot freeze item. I just think he still deserves the credit of being a surprise player. Many of you, myself included, didn't have him on the radar. We had to see it to believe it, experience it firsthand, to co-sign it. And Kappa has versatility. You could use him as a center mid, a holding mid, a fullback, a center back, a surprisingly viable center back, even at 5'9". This was the original Cannavaro. Well, not the original because Cannavaro's been around forever, but he was an iteration of the Spanish variation that reminded me a lot of using someone like Cannavaro, but he was free. Tavernier. And I know you're gonna say in the comments, we all know that he's fantastic. You know that now. When this came out originally with the headliners, people weren't all on board. We weren't getting on the ship, the Tavernier boat ride, or getting in the car or the bus. We weren't riding around in a Lexus or a Mercedes with Tavernier. There was a lot of debate and back and forth. I remember social media. Do you do this SBC? Is he gonna be worth it? I'm not convinced. He doesn't have FIFA track history. He doesn't have the prereqs. This is his first year of having any level of success, and he has been one of the most frequently used players in FIFA 21. If you're going through the weekend league, he definitely has a lot of depth to his value. Many of you watching this not only have used him, but he's using and abusing. This man is eating everything for lunch at the cookout. He is almost always going to improve your team. That's the biggest takeaway for the likes of someone like Tavernier. I look forward to the comments. When I'm discussing surprise players, it has a very personal attachment because it deals with expectation. Players are only gonna be a surprise if you didn't think they were gonna be at a certain level. And that's really what this video is about. For example, I could have Curtis Jones, and we could talk about how great Curtis Jones is. But when I completed that SBC, I needed him and wanted him and expected him to be pretty special. Not only for the price point, but from what I had heard, from what I'm looking at, from an allocation of what kind of statistics he's got in the right places, and just greens everywhere 420. So he doesn't make it into my biggest surprises. The same could be said with the likes of a Vidal, who came out recently, or Renato Sanchez, because I expected them to be top level, top tier. But most of these guys, in fact, all of these guys, they don't really fall into that same spectrum of collaborative material. Kookarea makes me think of the advertisement for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm almost positive that was the phrase, that was the takeaway. They're letting you know that the milk was gonna change colors. Kookarea, another free foot item that has so much balance, which gives you more opportunity, and for the price tag, which was nothing, it was a serious grind. This guy has been very viable. He's been considerate. He waits his turn to get on the virtual pitch. This is a team player. The definition of a guy that's gonna give you box-to-box goodness to go with the skill moves and the weak foot and just the general movement, pace, impact, presence, massive supporter. And I couldn't tell until you started completing different levels, different upgrades, different portions of this objective. It was up for debate. These are the facts. Nick Pope, Mike, we knew he was gonna be overpowered. You knew the 84 Nick Pope inform was gonna be this good. To the point that competitors are choosing Nick Pope instead of an 89, a 90, a 91, insert an icon goalkeeper. There's no way! You didn't have the foresight, hindsight, 2020, but you didn't know ahead of time. You were interested in putting him into the starting 11, giving him a weekend league to see if he's gonna deliver and bless your team, but there was no proof in the pudding. The bread wasn't baked. It didn't have that crunchy edge. And goalkeepers in particular, most subjective position. You might love somebody that I have a disgusting arrangement with, that I disregard, that I don't even have as a mid-tier player. And goalkeepers in particular, so subjective. I put that man down. That's not the case with Nick Pope. 84 overall, absolutely certified. Yuri. Once again, don't tell me you predicted this. Nah, you tried him. Yuri doesn't come with a bunch of hype. It's not some rarity in the FIFA community. He's not a player. When he gets in line, he'd be one of the first guys chosen on the park. He just doesn't carry that type of weight, and that's fine. But he does indeed carry that type of performance. Run him as a center back, run him as a fullback. Extremely impressed. Yuri is not a letdown. Yuri looking good, icy whites. Outfit, it's matching. The full ensemble. Lockdown. Defender. Just realized we have a lot of defensive players on this list. Maybe I missed out on some attackers. That's why we have the comment section. But if you've used Yuri, I'd love to know your opinion. I don't think you can get away from not getting down with the get down. This is Grubhub deliveries 5 minutes away. Uber Eats with no fees. Postmates pulling up, giving you an extra dessert with your entree, free of charge. Bonjour. My name is Pierre. We've got an upgrade. This guy's only 80,000 coins. High work rate, 6'1", 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. I used them throughout a weekend league, even prior to the upgrade, and got busy. Authentic. This man taught me all about the baguette. Charcuterie. We're taking our time at dinner. He knew the wine list, what to order, when to order, how to have the proper etiquette, and he took over the midfield. Leader, thought provoker. Pierre, you know I appreciate you. You can tag him, show him the video. High level composure, high level curve, good finishing, scored a lot of big goals for yours truly, which allows me to salute you even further. I need center mids at this point of the game. I don't just want lockdown defensive mids. I need that true box to box, that you have a certain level of confidence, suave in that final third. You got to be able to take on the opposition. Show me some cancellation, skill move combination, flicks, tricks, moments of brilliance. Provide me with a volley. I need something to write home about. I'm looking at the novel, the narrative, the magazine, the front cover. I put those together. Screenshot me. Pierre, we appreciate you at Mediocre Clout. If you didn't know, this list is not necessarily in order. These are just players that came to mind that were big surprises for me. That's why I keep asking you. I'm pressuring you. I'm reiterating. Use the comments because we can make a part 2 of surprise players. I'm not against that. We did this for fraudulent players. We might even bring a part 3 out for some of these fraudulent players where the stats don't measure up. We're not about that life. I'm giving you FIFA goodness on the daily. If you enjoyed everything, make sure to drop some love, and I have a lot more coming out ASAP.